Welcome to a calming art journal exercise. Now, I wanted to demonstrate this exercise that I talked about in the compassionate spirituality class. What I did is I drew about a 5-inch circle in my art journal, and then I began to fill the circle with these leaf sprays that I demonstrate in the floral and foliage class. And I just added in these little sprays over and over again until I got the circle all the way full. Now I was using a pencil in case I wanted to make any adjustments to the sprays. And then after I had the circle filled, I went back through with my micron pen and I just traced over the top of my pencil lines. And then you see me erasing away the pencil lines, but you can leave the pencil lines there if you like that extra layer. I just wanted it to be a little bit cleaner. And then I went back in because I could see places where I had missed outlining with my micron pen. Now that looks great just the way it is. We can leave it black and white and hang it on the wall, or we could use it as a card, or we can go ahead and paint the leaves. Now I'll demonstrate that next. Now, this is my number 6 watercolor brush that I like to use for all sorts of things. It's just the right size to get into small spaces, or I can cover larger spaces with it. Anyway, I love it for my art journal. And I also have an Aqua L water brush reservoir pen. And this is a 0 fine tip brush that I like to use for small detail work. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use the 0 brush because it looks like that's going to be the right size to stroke inside of the leaves. And I'm just using my normal watercolor palette that I've been using for a lot of my art exercises. I have a sap green mixed on the palette with some lemon yellow added, and then I have some darker green, just sap green with nothing else added right there that I've been dipping into. And I like dipping into both the reservoir with the yellow mixture and then the darker mixture, because I find like that mix, as it bleeds together, gives a real natural look to the painting. The technique that I'm using is to dip into the yellow and sap green mixture, and paint the leaf fully with that. And then I go back and grab a dab of the plain sap green and just touch it at various places within the leaf. And then the water that's already part of the paint blends it together in unique ways for each leaf, and that's what makes it look so natural. I'm not trying to stay within the lines necessarily, and I'm not trying to really go out of the lines either. I'm just trying to maintain that sense of meditation as I go around the circle, and just allowing the paint to move and allowing the calmness of the strokes to permeate my soul and spirit. By not worrying too much about whether I'm staying in the lines or not, I can focus more on just the process of doing the action and the process of paying attention to my thoughts and having a calm attitude, rather than looking for perfection, which perfection can sort of stress a person out. And this whole exercise is meant to be a calming exercise. So give yourself permission to not stay within the lines. And you can see that I've sped up the recording so that you don't have to sit through the full 20 minutes that it took me to paint the leaves of this little art piece. And here is the finished piece. I really like the way it looks and the way that you can see the variety of greens within the circle medallion. You could even write a quote around the outside of the circle, or write a few words to capture what you were thinking about while you were doing this art piece. I hope that you give this exercise a try. See if it increases your inner sense of peace and calm. Thanks for watching, and I invite you to come find me and visit me on the web at these places.